Hello, my name is Adrian Arvin, and my wife Heidi and I have written two books entitled LifeConscious and The Linear Heritage of Women, which are both available at these online bookstores: Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, and iUniverse. This is the fourth talk in the series about the books LifeConscious and The Linear Heritage of Women. In this talk, we will focus on the importance of a thing called resonant frequency. We all know about tuning forks and how, when struck, will resonate at a frequency that they are designed for. They can't resonate at any other frequency, unlike musical instruments that can be manipulated to vibrate at different frequencies. Everything in the universe has a resonant frequency, including our Earth. Our Earth has a natural resonant frequency of 7.83 Hertz, which was discovered by physicist Professor W.O. Shaman in 1954, and this frequency is still called by his name, the Shaman frequency. Shaman resonances occur because the space between the surface of the Earth and the conductive ionosphere acts as a closed waveguide. The limited dimensions of the Earth causes this waveguide to act as a resonant cavity for electromagnetic waves in extremely low frequency or ELF band. So what does this mean to us humans? Well, the natural sleeping frequency of our brains is, guess what? 8 Hertz, which is very close to the resonant frequency of the Earth. And this makes absolute sense when you think about it, since we are all Earth creatures, so of course our sleeping frequency is the same as the Earth. And guess what? So are all of the other living creatures on this planet. Now that we know that all living creatures on the Earth as well as the Earth vibrate at the same frequency while sleeping, then it's important to note that the Earth also provides the energy necessary to support and augment life itself. So where does this energy come from? Well, the Earth itself is a giant electromagnet spinning on its axis, generating the very energy that sustains life. This has been scientifically proven and is not mystical or religious in any way. Research by the Chicago Institute of Technology shows that Earth receives energy from the sun continuously at the rate of nearly 160,000 horsepower for every person on the Earth at this present time. In 1939, Dr. Gunn of the U.S. Navy Research Laboratories stated that the Earth itself is a huge dynamo producing 200,000 amperes of electrical current. It is a fact that the Earth generates its own energy and that it and all of its living inhabitants resonate at its frequency of around 8 Hertz while sleeping. Speaking of sleep, why do we need to sleep in the first place? Well, we obviously need to sleep to rejuvenate our bodies with renewed energy, and now you know where that energy comes from. The very same energy that Earth readily produces from being an electromagnetic force or generator spinning through space. This is the source of the Earth's very own life-conscious energy that all living creatures feed off during sleep. Every living thing on our Earth needs to sleep. When we sleep, our personal consciousness shuts down, leaving our life consciousness to handle the transference of the Earth's energy, thereby restoring our living energy. In other words, as we sleep, our very own life consciousness is restoring its own energy by tapping into the Earth's life conscious electromagnetic energy. Kind of like a laptop that you shut down at the end of work day, but plug into a receptacle to re-energize its battery. Energy that the laptop needs or it'll stop functioning. We need the Earth's energy to maintain the next day's living functions of our bodies. This is why you are lethargic or drained if you don't get enough sleep. When you do sleep well, you feel refreshed and energized. This is proof that you tap into the Earth's life-conscious electromagnetic energy at 8 Hertz when you sleep to re-energize your own life-conscious energy. If you consistently didn't get enough sleep, you would be threatening your own health and well-being to the point of death. There are many theories of why we need to sleep. One of the earliest theories of sleep, called the adaptive or evolutionary theory, suggests that inactivity at night is an adaptive that served a survival function by keeping organisms out of harm's way at times when you would be particularly vulnerable. The theory suggests that animals that were able to stay quiet and still during their periods of vulnerability had an advantage over other animals that remained active. The energy conservative theory suggests that the primary function of sleep is to reduce an individual's energy demand and expenditure during part of the day or night, especially at times when it is least efficient to search for food. Another theory is based on a long-held belief that sleep in some way serves to restore what is lost in the body while we are awake. Sleep provides an opportunity for the body to repair and rejuvenate itself. In recent years, these ideas have gained support for empirical evidence collected in human and animal studies. The most striking of these is that animals deprived entirely of sleep lose all immune functions and die in just a matter of weeks. One of the most recent and compelling explanations of why we sleep is based on findings that sleep is correlated to changes in the structure and organization of the brain. This phenomenon, known as brain plasticity, is not entirely understood, but its connection to sleep has several critical implications. It is becoming clear, for example, that sleep plays a critical role in the brain development of infants and young children. Infants spend more than 13 to 14 hours per day sleeping. About half of that time is spent in REM sleep, the stage in which most dreams occur. Science looks at brain waves when they study human frequencies concerning sleep. Brain waves have been grouped according to their frequencies and labeled in Greek letters. Their most common frequencies include alpha, beta, delta, and theta. Delta, or deep sleep, occurs between a half to 4 hertz. Theta, or drowsiness, occurs between 4 hertz to 8 hertz. Alpha, where you're being relaxed but alert, is between 8 hertz and 14 hertz. When you're highly alert, you're in a beta, and that's between 14 and 30 hertz. Delta waves occur mainly in infants, sleeping adults, or adults with brain tumors. Theta waves occur mainly in children ages 2 to 5 years old. Alpha waves occur in adults who have their eyes closed, who are relaxed. Beta waves occur in adults who are awake, alert, or focused. Since infants have yet to develop their own personal consciousness, this is the reason that they need more sleep. Their developing little bodies need more energy by constantly tapping into the Earth's life-conscious energy. So not only do we need food as fuel for our bodies, but we need a constant intake of water to replenish the wastewater that we lose during the day as sweat or urine. Since water is a conductor, it allows the Earth's energy to more readily be absorbed by our bodies during sleep. It also has been proven through EKG scans that Qigong and Reiki masters can tap into the Earth's life-conscious electromagnetic energy to heal patients of their ailments at the same frequency of 8 hertz or a variable thereof. This certainly can't be surprising to us now, since we know that the Earth's energy does exist and is scientifically proven. This also proves that these so-called mystical healing arts are much more real than expected, are gradually being accepted forms of healing in Western medicine. Our next talk will focus on death and why we handle our dead in a selfish way, denying what our Earth needs. Also, is there an afterlife?